Yes, students. It is sure we need to work. It is also remain our expectation we want output. From scientific point of view, let us understand what work exactly mean. You might have studied in the physics work W is equal to force F into displacement. You can say it by S or dx or delta x, any term you can use. If you want W, then F should not be 0 and displacement also should not be 0. Certainly you put your efforts, but those efforts, if they do not remain with the sufficient quantity, then X will not be there. Only having F, only applying force has no meaning. Displacement should be there. Appreciable displacement should be there. Then only you can find what the work. You can find the output. If you want appreciable displacement, then there should be sufficient force. Einstein's photoelectric effect you might have studied. What is the conclusion from that photoelectric effect? Whatever may be the intensity of the light, but if that light has less energy than the expectation, you can consider force than the expectation, then electron will not come out. Work will not be there. Threshold energy remains in every aspect. So whatever the subject, whatever the paper, whatever the topic that you are going to opt or choose for the preparation, it may need some kind of threshold energy, some kind of threshold force from you. Then only displacement will be there. So if displacement is not there, understand you need to apply more quantity of the force. Now question arises, how to apply the force, how to apply the sufficient force. Different ways are there. You might have worked in the different sectors, you might have come across such problem before also, and you yourselves might have found what the solution. One of the solution I told yesterday, there should be strong desire within you. If the desire remain, then the force you will apply. Sufficient force you will apply. Sufficient force, then the displacement will be there. Now, how to generate the desire if it is not there? Then also different tricks are there. You have to hunt the solution for your problem, because different personality, different angle of thinking may be there. Somebody may think, okay, if I complete the graduation, then I may get a job, and in order to get a job, I should complete the proper graduation. I need to study. So motive behind the work will be the job. Or one might understand this study in which manner, if I understand these things, then later on higher studies that I need to do, I can do them properly, and other competitive exams are there, I can stand in those competitive examination, I can stand in this competitive world properly. For that I need to study this. So that motive will be there. What few will think over there, my parents are supporting me, I need to do something for my parent. So study is necessary. This is the present task that I have chosen. I need to complete that. What one can think over there, what is there in the future that I do not know, but at least whatever the task that I accepted, I want to know me, I want to develop me, I want to improve me in such a way that task chosen, task taken, I am there to achieve that task over there. That can be the motive for anybody. So different motives can be there in order to build the desire, in order to get the sufficient force. Consequently, displacement will be there. Appreciable displacement will be there. So work also will be there, appropriate. Once you learn, once you know the technique of getting the appropriate work, then your work itself can be the booster for you. One other formula for the success that I give it to you, and I conclude my this introductory sessions about the mindset. One time when I did the personality development program at Kankoli, it may be almost 15 years before, 15 to 16 years before. At that time, a mentor, that's our teacher or the coach, you can say, Bharat Bhushan Shembekar, has given us one example. He told us about the triangle of success. Success can be explained by one isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle means what? Two sides of that triangle will be equal. So these two sides are there, their contribution is the same and the base remain. What do you think? Base should be very large or a small? Okay, both answers are what the correct one from the expectation point of view. But what is the triangle he has drawn over there? Base was small, means it was contributing only 20%. And the sides were there, each side was 40%, 40%. So he said three things are needed for the success. Number one, knowledge. What do you think? You are with the two options, 40%, 40%, means that's a one option, and other is a 20%. Knowledge plays how much role in our success? 40%. No, students, knowledge plays only 20% role. Remaining two sides are there, those are of one, skill, and second, attitude. So what is the conclusion from that? The isosceles triangle, a formula of the success, a triangle of the success. 20% role is of the knowledge, 40% role is of the skill, and 40% role is of the attitude. Now knowledge means knowing how the things going to occur. That you know somewhere, that you have studied till now. You know to read, you know the few formulae. Now point is, skill means exactly what? People say skill come by practice. Yes, it is true. But term should be clear, no? In order to make the term clear, I give you one example. Or I put one puzzle in front of you. This is one story, a imaginary story from good old days. At that time, people were cutting the wood by means of axe. So there was one woodcutter. He was with the ability to cut the woods. But no job was there, that much earning was not there. It was his problem. But what happened? One time, one industrialist, a businessman, wanted to establish his firm or industry in the area nearby located to that woodcutter. That businessman comes to know this is a person who can cut the woods. So among them discussion occurs and businessman says, you have to cut one tree, and if you cut one tree you will get 500 rupees. It was appreciable amount for that woodcutter. So deal sanction. One tree, 500 rupees. First day, when woodcutter starts to do the work, it was found by the end of the day he could cut 10 trees. 10 trees means what amount should he earn? 500 into 10 means 5,000 rupees he had earned in one day. It was a considerable amount for that woodcutter. He was damn happy, and further work also was available. Further work he could do, further earning also would have been possible. So he was very happy. Second day, with enthusiasm, with positive spirit, he starts the work. And by end of the day, he finds he had cut only 2 trees. So what is the earning now? 500 into 2 means 1000. 1000 rupees was nonetheless for him in that one day. But compared to first day performance, second day performance was poor. But somebody told him, or he was knowing, be with positivity, be with positive spirit, hope the things will happen good. So he decided, let us think about for next day. Let us pay attention towards third day. So with positivity, he start to work on third day. As usual, he was putting his sufficient efforts. By the end of the day, he came to know he could not complete a single tree also. So what is earning? 500 into 0. 0. So he went on thinking, what happened wrong? But somebody said, no, be positive, hope things will happen properly. So fourth day, again with enthusiasm, again with positivity, he starts to do the work. And by the end of the day, he finds whatever the tree he started on the third day, that itself is not completed. So what is the earning now? This fourth day also, as was there on third day, 0 earning. But somebody said, be positive, hope for the good things. Fifth day, story repeats. Whatever the tree he started to cut on the third day, that he could not complete on fifth day also. But even though he has not lost the hopes, sixth day, again with enthusiasm he starts, story repeats. And conclusion is, on sixth day, he could not cut a tree which he had started on the third day. So what is earning now on sixth day? 0. So if I sum up, first day he could able to earn 5000 rupees. Second day 1000 rupees. Third day 0. First duck. Fourth day 0. Second duck. Fifth day 0. Third duck. Sixth day again 0. Fourth duck. Now he became somewhat very serious. He thought, what is wrong? He's thinking about the problem, where he is wrong. What do you think? Where may he be wrong? Means in the first few days, small trees were there. No, sufficient, appreciable size of the trees were there. At the beginning, he was working hard. Then he went in the dream, and then latter days he has not worked. No, he was working. And like you also work, no? You also read the book. You read the book, but nothing goes in the brain. So work remains, but output doesn't remain. Likewise happened something here. So that needs skill. Yes? Right. Sharply one said. An axe should be sharpened. What happened? First day he has used the axe. Axe will become blunt, no? Slowly, slowly. Second day also he has used the axe. So use was so huge that axe become blunt. So blunt axe, with the blunt axe, how far you hammer, how far you work, result will not be there. So likewise, woodcutter was working, work was there. He was putting his efforts wholeheartedly, but result was not there because he has not sharpened the axe. Yes, students, while studying, you should learn a technique or the skill to sharpen yourself regularly, repeatedly. With sharpened brain, with sharpened mind, with enthusiasm, sharpened enthusiasm, if you work for 15 minutes also, you will get a good result. But with blunt mind, with very disturbed mind, if you work then even if you work for 1 hour or 2 hours, you will not get the result what you were getting in the 15 minutes. I hope you are getting the point. So what is important? Sharpening ourselves regularly is important. Now you use the cis pencil, sharpener also remains with you. So you go on sharpening it regularly, no? So likewise, sharpener will not be there as like used for the cis pencil. That sharpener we have to find. That sharpener we should understand. But we should feel that we are sharpened. And then we have to work the work. If with sharpness you plan, you habituate to work, then 40% chances are there you will get a success. 20% were by knowledge, 40% by skill. Now further 40% left. What is that? Attitude. You should be with positive attitude. If you remember, I told you yesterday, are you ready to face uncomfort? So to feel the or to face the uncomfort, this attitude plays a very important role. Now what exactly attitude means? To make this concept clear, I give you one more example. When it was informed to me, it was a story from Paris. But now there's no need to go to the Paris. In Mumbai also, such buildings are there. As like in Mumbai, huge buildings are there. Many floored buildings are there. Now we say them as tower. So likewise, a person who is my hero has purchased one flat in the tower in Mumbai. So to see his flat over there, newly constructed flat was there, he went, he was on the 40th floor. 40th floor. So he went in the balcony of his flat. Then he saw nearby their towers are there. When he saw down, he found small vehicles are there, persons are there, trees also, only few trees were there nearby. Those also are what? Very small. He could encompass the large area nearby that. So he was enjoying that task. Besides this tower, one more other tower was there, and on 30th floor there was a conference, a press conference was there, and in order to video shoot, a reporter was there. There was a time to start the conference, therefore that reporter also was in the balcony. Means what is the scenario? In one tower on 40th floor, our hero is there, who's standing in the balcony and enjoying the scenario. And on 30th floor of the second tower, opposite tower, there is one reporter with camera. And he was doing time pass because yet conference was to start. As a per sudden, it's a matter of chance. What happened? A construction of balcony collapses. And nothing was in the hand of the hero. And because of the collapsing of the construction, he falls down. And as soon as sound came over there, that reporter, who also was doing a time pass there on the 30th floor, yet saw what is going on in the other. Okay, sound. Okay, human being, a person is going to fall. Immediately he adjusts the camera and asks that person. That person is a hero. What's the question? Hey man, how are you feeling? Just imagine, you are on the 40th floor and by accident you are going to fall down. You are falling down and somebody asked you, how are you feeling? What will be there? Our approach will be, bad words will come. Or our approach will be, what this silly fellow, I am going to die, I am going to fall down, what will be the future that I don't know? And he is going to ask, how am I feeling? So we will feel somewhat insulting. We will get disturbed. Do you know what my hero has answered? He is falling down. After a few seconds, maybe he is with no life. But his answer was, he's falling down and his answer was, fantastic, never ever I enjoyed such skydiving. So at that situation also, the person was thinking, what is in my control? What I am experiencing, towards which he was paying attention. That is the best example of focus and positivity. Likewise, students, you need to keep a positivity. Whatever the things are there. Suppose if you are going to understand the derivation, a reaction, a concept, fantastic. If you are not understanding, more fantastic, because you are getting chance to go deep, you are going to get a chance to learn further and further. Go on reading the thing till you learn that thing. Now I conclude my today's session by words of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda said, arise, awake, and not stop till your goal is reached. It is left to you, students, how you contribute your efforts. Once you do the contribution, once you learn the skill, once you learn the technique, once you habituated to the technique, you will be successful. It is our responsibility as a teacher to make you more successful. Are you following what I am saying? From next lecture, we will start a topic from the inorganic chemistry. Bye. Thank you.